Alright, here we are with the third build installment of Arctic Animal Science Kit by LEGO Education. This is set number 45203. Contains, I don't remember, 1,100 something pieces. Retails for $99.99. That was provided by the LEGO Group for review. Thank you, LEGO. And yeah, looks like today we're going to be doing some reindeer and maybe part of a forest, and looks like we're going to be making a tent or something. Now, well, before we begin, let's just take a look here. Life science experiment involves how animals traits are affected by environment, and we're talking about reindeers. I mean, that's kind of cool. I miss going into the forest and seeing deer. Here's more of a LEGO version of it. And yeah, we got 4 bags we got to do. Isn't that fun? Full of boredom and depression. I mean, exciting and entertainment. My bad. What am I saying? It's like 3 in the morning. I just got up. I'm getting ready for work, and I thought, well, I may have enough time to get this one done, but now I'm kind of hesitant on it. And yeah, so in this installment today, it's going to be just we're going to try to get this whole thing done in one sitting. Wait till you see the 4th experiment. It's got 5 bags. Wow, you know. And yeah, we're going to be focusing on this today with the experiment, of course, and getting everything done. But before I can start that, I got to read off the disclaimer. So these are not to be considered or construed as professional product reviews, how-tos, or tutorials. These are just merely my notes for a write-up for the review. This is just for entertainment purposes. I may make mistakes. I may cover the build by accident. And I cannot guarantee these be professional quality walkthroughs. This is just merely for fun. In addition, YouTube is not my job. It's not my career. This is just something I do, well, just as a hobby, just something for fun. And yeah, just please be mindful of this. And anything I say in the video is my own words. LEGO doesn't pay me to say anything, except that these are a promotional offer. And yeah, that's pretty much about it. So all the commentary is of my own mistakes and failures and all that stuff. Yeah, I gotta find a way to put you guys to sleep somehow. Okay, well, let's begin. Let's build it. And so it begins. Well, I see a small bag with medium pieces, so I think we're going to be here for about 15 minutes, probably putting that together. And so far this set is at an 8. We've been experiencing some pieces crumbling apart, and the last one we did was, I think, the walrus, and I was just kind of bored with it. It wasn't all that exciting. So if you're looking for this set for something just as a parts pack, yeah, I could see why. And why did I dump all that in one pile? I don't know. Well, you know, it's like I said, it's early in the morning. It's more like a bedside build, but you know, maybe not. And yeah, so we got to do our minifigure first with a camera. And we'll see if we can get her done here. So I may sound a little tired or bored or whatever. I mean, bored, I'm probably going to use that term very strongly on here, and she's got a double-sided head. Now I could have been over there. Right now they're showing Speed Racer on the cartoon channel, and they were showing, I think it was Jujutsu Kaisen on the other one. So I could either watch, well, they're both anime, so I could have had an anime thing before work, but I want to get this thing filmed first and get it done. And yeah, this is not a set that I really want to build today. Why are you doing it, Jay, if you don't want to do it? Well, it's here. I gotta do it. It's here. Gotta finish it. I don't want to be known as a quitter. Alright. Yeah, the other day I got some set offers, so I gotta really think on do I want to accept them or not. I think the default is just they'll send them to me anyways, but a set of them I do want to do, but some of them I don't. So here's the, I guess the photographer. And there's her camera. Okay. Okay, well we got the minifigure done. We survived that part. That's not too bad. Okay, it looks like we're building ourselves a reindeer. And yeah, this is not my idea of having fun. It's today is the 22nd of April 2026, early Wednesday morning, and it was raining the other day here, like pouring rain. And I've been having tornado watches, which is unheard of out here. And sad thing about it is, the houses out here have tile roofs, so I don't think the tornadoes are going to play too kindly with a tile roof house. So, but my roof has still got another 20 years, so hopefully by then it'll rip it off when I gets to the end of its life. But we'll hope none of that happens. I hate when you get like an eyelash or something in your face and you're just trying to get it out. Yeah, so I didn't really film anything today because I just started. You know, this is like the first thing. The other day we did get part of that Venusaur done, and we got to do the head and the plant, and I think we'll have that wrapped up this week. I'm hoping to get that one done and then get this guy wrapped up here, because I'd like to get this thing done the following week, get the review posted, and really start focusing on something that's not so boring. Yeah, I haven't looked to see if that person responded back to me with the rude comment. Usually they don't, but I haven't looked. I forgot all about that. You can tell how important they are. Oh, I did read your comment, Brick Barda. You're from Australia. Cool. I've always wanted to go to Australia. Your temperature's over there, what, in the, I think the low or mid 40s Celsius in the summertime, which is like 100 and something here. I'd feel right at home, huh? Well, maybe I gotta go there and visit in the winter time if I decide to ever go there and visit, just to go to Australia. I've watched a few other Lego YouTubers that are from Australia. This must be the horns. Oh, I see how the head's supposed to go on. Okay. I see. And, yeah. That's it. We're done. Well, that's kind of lame. Not much to him. Kind of scrawny, huh? Well, we obviously can't count our chickens before they're hatched yet, because obviously we haven't done the other deer yet. So I'm going to try to bundle these up in its own build. I'm not going to split it apart, even if the other one's 2 hours long. I was thinking about that because I did read ahead in the building guide, and I thought, well, I'm not going to do that. I think the best thing is to kind of keep these grouped as much as I can, and just kind of keep them, grouped. Repeating myself, but keep them grouped to where I don't have to hunt. I've already got 4 parts. I don't want to drag this thing out more than I have to. Alright, trying to find a tan one. Oh, there it is. I mean, it's got some decent parts, but, I mean, it's one of those sets where I just don't want to deal with it. I did get more of my outdoor lights hung up the other night, and boy, they look great. Really good. I mean, really good outdoor, the Eve lights. And, it's kind of to the point where I'm almost done. I got the hard stuff, like around the bay windows and stuff. Usually those are a turd to go around, but I survived. Now I got to just come in and do it along the side of the garage and the front of the garage, and I should have everything ready to go and it look really good. I've been working on it for like a month or so. Some people do it in a week, and I work on it in a month because I got so many other things to do. Hey, at least no one's bothering me in this installment because everybody's still in bed. So that's kind of why I kind of sound kind of quiet too. You know, but I'm going to try to do, oh, we got to make 4 legs. Okay, I am glad I read ahead. So we're going to make one of these real quick here so I can prepare. Okay, we got to make 4 of those. But yeah, I got a couple of more vehicles I want to build by the end of the year. I got 4 more vehicles. Out of those 4 vehicles, 2 vehicles and two things that involve like a trailer. Not sure what I'm going to go with yet. So what am I going to do? I don't know. You just have to stick around to find out on that one, because even I don't know yet. The other day I did film those tutorials, so now I'm kind of done with them. I just need to edit them. I put them in the editor and just never got to it last night. So you know, that kind of just didn't. I didn't get a whole lot done with those. Okay, you know, so I didn't do a whole lot. Okay. All right. Okay, now we got to do the head. So it looks like bag 7 just does animals. I'm kind of and I know I keep repeating myself, but I'm not too interested in this model here. I think because I want to get back to the Pokemon set, but I don't want to just spend like a whole month on that guy and then not have nothing for a month, and then all of a sudden I'm really behind on stuff. So my goal is I'm trying to break the Monopolis up and just do a little bit of everything here. So when I get some more sets for review, I will do that. And, I was telling my bunch I was getting some more sets, and they kind of looked at me, rolled their eyes, and I just thought, hey, you know, it's part of the gig. I just have to deal with it. But at least it's something to do this summer. You know, I get something to build. Now, I had a question asked, Jay, this is cool. I can't believe you get this stuff for free. I don't consider this stuff as free because I have to do the builds. I have to do a write-up. And before anybody says, well, I'd rather do paperwork than have to pay for it. I mean, paperwork. You know, how long is the paperwork? A few hours. Spelling and grammar and punctuation count. So guess what? You're going to have to do it. Oh, Jay, never mind. I mean, I've had a few in our group. I said, anybody want to be the ambassador for a year? I can't get anybody to take up on that offer. So they know exactly what's going to happen. And they're like, oh, Jay, I don't want to get into that. I think they're supposed to be like that. So, yeah, I mean, getting into the ambassador thing is kind of a, you know, it's a lot of work. So I guess this is the antlers here. And it looks like these face outwards, I was going to say. And then the head goes on there, and try not to yawn in your ears. This is like Bambi and his mother. At least this one looks a little more complete. And I think that's it. Yes, it is. And this is what we have remaining here. Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, just your typical stuff. But, yeah, that's what we have remaining so far for bag 7. Alright. Bag 8. Alright, so looks like bag 7 just does the deer. And bag 8 does the terrain. Let's hope there's only one. Well, obviously we're going to be here for 20 some odd minutes. That's cool. Not. So at least we got some other colors than what we've been getting. Because lately it's just been kind of shoving dark blue, white, and coral in these. But this one here has at least got some... Now these are parts here I could use. Like, because I do a lot of the terrain stuff. So... the experiments don't take a long time to do. Let's just hope we're not doing anything hard, because I want to get this one done here today. Well, let's get this experiment. Also, I need the plate that comes with it, and I think that is still in the box, because I just kind of kept everything grouped here. I gotta dig it out first. Let's just pour it all out on the floor. And it looks like I had lost the base plate to this, so where did it go? Let's see here. I got a bunch of stuff all over the place. Alright, stand by. Okay, I found the spare piece bin in this, so now I can put everything together. And now we can finally get going here. And yeah. Let's see if we can smoke through this one real quick. And yeah, I haven't been watching any animes. I did watch like a thriller horror flick today about more like a murder mystery where this family, the husband was kidnapping kids and trying to plot it onto somebody else. It was something a little different than what I usually watch, but hey, at least it was something other than the news. It was nice to sit back. I had a chocolate bunny that I got from Easter, so I had that as my little snack while I was watching a movie, and yeah, more or less that's what it was. And had to go to bed and wake up, do this, be bored, that kind of thing. But I didn't get to watch any animes though, except you know, I do need a couple more of these in white, so maybe I'll get enough for a project that I'm working on. Could be something with snow. We don't know. I can't tell you guys a whole bunch. I got at least some stuff here for surprises. I'm hoping that we can get this one done here lickety-split. It just depends. When I start seeing lots of little bags, yeah, that's got me worried. So hopefully this weekend, you're gone. That means I do the review or do the speed, whatever, the build, and just be like, you're gone. You're out of here. Wait a minute, what? That just sits like that? Lego, are we just skimping on this? You drag the build out and you're giving us the bare minimum. This is already at an 8. You know, and then we're talking about the Pokemon Trio set, and you could tell that had here I was complaining that one and we had too many parts. This one here is like bare minimum. It's like we just give it just enough just to get the kids a little happy, then it'll fall apart after 3 uses. And what am I saying? It's just going to go in the parts bin. Well, maybe we can derive some ideas out of here. I'm looking for a brick, a 1x6 tan brick. I don't see it in my hands. Hope I grabbed the right bag here. Let me make sure. We have 10 and 9. I don't see that piece. Well, let me take a look at the bags. It's a big piece, so we should be able to spot that. Nope. Alright, let's see here. Check under the building guide. What's that sound that they play on the Price is Right. Whoa, do 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 do. Wow. Yeah, I don't see it anywhere, even on the floor or in my hands or anything. So let me get up and go get one. And if it's missing, hey, I don't mind filling this one. All right, so yeah, that was missing. At least it was something. But I'm checking. Maybe it's, oh, it's the shell game from The Price is Right. The mountain pieces were hiding it. Well, let's put mine back. Let's put mine back. I was like, uh-oh, we're already having problems. But let me make sure I didn't put that in the wrong bin. I did. It's only Wednesday, folks. I can't wait till, like, I got today and tomorrow. I'm done. I don't have to think about anything that's related to work, and I can really get onto my outdoor lights. I'm trying to do as much as I can before summer hits, because it's going to be a brood out here. I mean, they're already gotten bets right now going on when the first day it's going to hit over 100. And I don't know, I've just been talking to my bunch about, I'm thinking about getting a hammock just to go outside and doze off. Trying to find me a hammock that's got, like, it's screened, and right, you know, because I don't want to be attacked by mosquitoes and stuff. So something I can just sit back and just, you know, doze off. Even if I'm out there at night sleeping, I don't care. So after a while, sitting in the house, it does get a little tedious and boring, and you know, I got to do something a little different. And yeah, and we're hunting for really small parts, actually wedge tiles. White leaf pieces. I don't have a lot of those. Be good for snow-covered bushes and shrubs. Hey, at least with my videos, we talk about, you know, what could these parts be used for and stuff. And this, I mentioned this in a few other videos. These type of sets here, you know, from an adult's perspective, are not the best things. So where do you think they go when I'm done with them? They go in the parts bin. I don't keep these. No way, I don't keep these. They're really just kind of not appealing. And if Lego ever offers these, I'm going to reject them again. Like, hey Jay, you want to review another educational set? Nope. I will happily walk right past it. Oh, wait a minute. I put this tile here. Oh, that's right. This thing came with a brick separator, right? A brick separator that I lost. I tell you, you can tell it's early morning because I don't have anything prepared here. I got up about 4 times just to get tools and stuff. You can just tell my head ain't screwed on today, but at least it has the tools, so I don't have to ding off points for mistakes. Okay, this is supposed to go here. Well, I really made mistakes. Oh, this thing is so boring anyways. Oh, I really don't want to do this. I kind of wish I could make this one just go away and just give them a write-up, but I have to provide a video. So I can't just fudge it, guys. I got to do it. But I'm almost done. Can't wait to get to the next one. It's got 5 whole bags, and I will do that all in one sitting. I just got to make sure I got to clean off maybe 2 or 3 good memory cards for that one, because I don't know how long it's going to take. Jay, you sound very bored. It's boring. These are not that fun. I mean, because there's something I want to do my own customs and stuff, and you know, I mean, did I ask for these? I didn't know what these educational sets were going to involve, and you know, just a bare bones build. I mean, I've been reading some comments. Some people actually like these. I mean, if you like them, that's cool. Okay. Now it looks like we're moving on to another section here. Alright. At least it's terrain, though. I mean, this is a good little introductory course to terrain. I mean, I could be doing something else right now than doing this. Well, probably watching cartoons. Watching the cartoons and just enjoying them. Instead of, you know, doing this. Yeah, but at least I'm getting it done. You know, I do read the comments and, oh Jay, why are you complaining it's free? Yeah, but my time's not free. Hey, if you want to come over here and help me do this, you're more than welcome to. I don't have to do it, and I could do some more tutorials. I'll get those going here. Kind of like building my campground stuff, except, you know, on a smaller scale. Yep. You know, I bet this is going to go on that turntable thing. We don't know yet. We will find out eventually. Alright. Yeah, I've been scarfing up more anime movies to watch. Put them in a playlist. You know, just to kind of get away from the pressing news. Oh, now I'm missing a transparent clear one. Or like a blue. I don't see it in here. Is there a part hiding it somewhere? I got these. And hold on, let's do the plant here real quick. We got the tile. No, we don't need that tile. I'm looking for the trans. It could be in one of the bags too. Yeah, gotta go to work today. I can't wait to get home and work on the lights. I had them up last. Okay, Lego, I've learned one lesson. You need 2 studs in here. Put the stud on there first, and then this. This is bare bones. I gotta remember that. Let me go check the bag 8 and make sure it's not hiding in these here. No, oh no, it is. I see it. That's the one bad thing about these paper bags. Some of you pointed this out in the comments. I like the paper bags, but I can see where you're coming from with it. Everybody now is being eco-friendly and stuff. That's always a good thing, but that's the only problem about the paper bags. If they could make a paper transparent bag, would be fine. But I don't think they're going to last too long. That's the only thing here. Alright. So you can tell in the daytime I'm more focused, and now I'm kind of like trying to wake up, build something that's just tediously boring, and just trying to focus on this, trying to figure out, okay, I got to figure out how to survive today. And yeah, and then this goes here, and then this goes right here. Well, at least I got this in this color. Alright, so I do have the city train. I'd like to get on that one too, but I think what I'm going to do is try to get the Pokemon sets done before we do the train. I do usually do the train in the kitchen, but I think what I'm going to try to do is do it back here in the shop. So I don't know what that's for. Maybe it's for day and night. We don't know yet. Hey, we're almost halfway done with the whole thing. I mean, look at that. We're about, what, 55% done? Okay, now we're building more stuff. And of course, it's a Lego set, but yeah, you can tell my demeanor is a little different at night or in the mornings. And I'm not a morning person by any means. I don't want to get up in the morning and go to work. Imagine these guys who do this full time, they don't ever have to do that. Lego, I think you were just trying to fluff this build up here. I've seen a lot of these pieces in the colors we need. And, yepers, we're going to survive this one here. We got to make 3 of these here. Yay, isn't that fun? Can't wait. Get to build. Hey, at least I'm putting something together. I'm not looking at the computer. What I'm going to do in between all this, I'm going to get myself ready to go for work. My best bet is just to get this done here real quick and then get ready for work and then just kind of get things going here. And then these go onto here like that. Oh, wait a minute, but you know what? These are supposed to go like that. Don't fall off. You're already just as brittle as a crumb cake. Bare minimum. I mean, here we were talking about the Venusaur and like parts would start worming themselves loose, but this one here is just kind of just falling apart. Yeah, I hope my hands are not getting in the way. What? Oh, it's crooked. I was like, what the heck is going on with that? Alright. I could be watching Speed Racer right now. I mean, I'm not a fan of Speed Racer. I mean, I've seen it when I was a little boy, but yeah, it wasn't. It was okay. Voltron was where it was at. Thundercats, Voltron, Heathcliff. Anybody remembers Heathcliff? And you had Garfield and Friends. What else we had? We had the Smurfs, Scooby-Doo, He-Man, Batman and Robin. What else I used to watch when I was a kid? The cartoon Dennis the Menace. Oh man, there was a whole bunch. But Voltron and Speed Racer, I was watching anime before I even knew what it was. You know? So I guess I could feel okay. I could at least hold my head up high like a true guy and be like, I watch that stuff. Alright. But yeah, Saturday mornings is like every day now here. Except when you have to work. Oh, okay, so they're using the tree to hide that. Like this. Okay, that's not too bad. So we're hiding that there. And then we're obviously going to be starting another tree. We got green stuff here. Let's see here. Not yet. We're not doing that yet. No, 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 no. Try not to get my hands in the way. I try my best, but I can't make any guarantees. That's why I have to do the disclaimer stuff. Because even I mess up here. I got so many nose cones now. Alright, let's see here. Oh, we're getting close. We're about 70% done with the building guide. Okay, and I have a film we're going to be putting another tree in here. This one's almost built the same way. That's one thing I miss about camping, though. Is just, you know, going into nature, just relaxing, not dealing with anything, no computers, no, you know, just the only drama we have to worry about is keeping the food away from the bears. Like, you know, if you're out in the backcountry, you don't... Here's the deal on... This is one thing I've learned, is when you're in the backcountry, don't cook in the same place you're sleeping. One time we had an issue when I was little. My dad was doing something like that. Next thing we had a bear in the campground. We got to make 3 of these. So, My dad would do if we were having dinner. We would go to one of the picnic sites. We would cook the dinner there. And then we would feast on it there, and then that was it. And then the food was strung up in a tree. The ice chest was kept in the back of the pickup. So those bears, but they could smell it anyways. It wouldn't matter, but it was just at least a thought. And they've had it where bears would rip doors off of hinges just to get to the food. I'm like, those creatures are strong, you know, to literally rip a door off its hinge. And that's why when we're trying to prepare for camping now, foil pouch meals, so everything's prepared. You just go and just plop it on the grill and you're done. And that's a lot better than just bringing a bunch of food and dishes and stuff. And you know, of course, you use like the paper plates, and when you're done with that, you just throw them in the fire for fuel, especially with all that grease from the greasy burgers and stuff. It keep the fire going. So kind of what we did. And I remember when I was little that we used to tell ghost stories and stuff. I thought that was the most awesome thing. And I really need to fix this. And I really wanted to get my nephew into camping, but he's not into tent camping. He likes a trailer or a hotel room. That's his version of it. My girlfriend was like that too. She didn't like it all that much till her and I went. I guess her parents just gave her a bad experience. So that's kind of like, okay, you know, we're adults now. We can do what we want. So now camping is fun again. And yeah, so we got that tree there locked in. We're almost done here. So yeah, about 25 minutes or so to get these bigger bags done. You know, I mean, that's just how it is. So I think today I'm going to have to keep you folks here a bit late, unfortunately. You know, that's the price to pay to do things like this. But, you know... Alright, so first things first. We got to make one of these. This one goes right here. So what I'm going to do is... I think that's where it goes. Yeah, it does. And then... What am I saying? It's early in the morning. Okay. And then we got to make some more wildflowers. And just kind of shove these in here. Hey, this one's actually not too bad. It's just, the build is not really my quality. If I'm building something like this, we're talking big. This is, I mean, the trees are cool. Now, these would be perfect in front of a house or a store or something. So I may snag those brick ideas and just kind of expand on them. And I think that's it, because we all have one apiece here. And yeah, that's the habitat. So it looks like bags 7 and 8 just does the deer and the habitat. So 8 does this right here. And this is what we have remaining here for the build. And yeah, we're not quite done yet, because now we got to put that on there. Alright, so like that. And they're asking you to take this right here. I kid you not, they got the hand there telling you to take this tree here and rotate it around like that. Oh, that's cool. Okay. That's not a bad idea. That's just really nice the way that turned out. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty cool, right? Okay, now we're moving on to the solve. And yeah, what are we solving though? The deers are just looking at the snow like, what are we going to do here? Oh no, we're going to have to take bag 9 now and give them some fur. Yeah, that's probably what we're going to have to wrap them up with a blanket like that. So give us kind of like a hint here what to do here. Well, at least bag 9 is small. But that's got me worried. Usually these don't take no more than 10 minutes. The bulk of the build is actually building up the terrain, but terrain in general just takes a long time to build. Ooh. Well, you can see we're having a lot of fun there. That's just all white pieces. Isn't that fun? So what they're asking us here to do is wrap these guys up in some of these colors. So let's just bring our little guy here. We're going to start with him first. And let's see what parts we have here. We got some of these. And if you look, they have them bows at the bottom. Well, okay, well let's bring them both here. And basically we got to give them some coats. So the deer obviously they were buzzed all that time. So who came in and sheared the deer? I don't know, but that was not a cool thing to do. You know, that kind of thing. Let's see here. We have this piece here. And I'm kind of cheating and copying the picture. Yeah, we'll stick that in there. I mean, these guys, I was gonna say, at least they haven't fallen apart yet. So when I do the build on this one, I think that's what I'm gonna do, is kind of just talk about you know, what I did here. What did we do? Start sorting parts out. We were just putting the wool on the deers. So you got stuff on the sides too. See, you really can't put anything here. Oh, I guess you could. I guess it's okay. And we can just have a little fun here with this. And yeah. We're going to have to do their paws too. We got to do 2 of these. One would have been enough, but no, they want us to do 2 of them. So when I do the solve, you have to add a fur coat to them. Now the only problem with this experiment here is that you can't just easily remove this if you want. So we got these here. I'm trying to find another tile. I got these half rounds, but I thought maybe that I had them, but I don't. So what happens? What do we do? Now they always give you extra pieces. You just have to come in and get a little creative with it here. Did I even use a square tile? No, I used a stud, or a plate. My bad. I gotta be careful. The haters will come and get mad at me. Boy, that does not want to go in there, huh? And then, now we gotta cover its legs. So, what do we do with that? We got a couple of these here. May pop those tiles off of there, and okay, I may have to. They don't, like I said, these sets are bare minimum. They don't give you a whole lot to work with. Now I would probably go a lot more elaborate than this because I have a library of parts. But sometimes, you know, a lot of people, including myself when I first started all this, I didn't have a library of parts. I just didn't. And it's like now you do. There we go. See? This guy here is all bundled up, just like the picture. Now we got to do this little guy here. And let's get it going here. Let's see what we have here. We have some of these round ones. But before I start putting things in there, do we have enough to make that? Probably not. So you really can't, well, you know what you could do is do that. They give you small ones here, just enough to finish. Alright. Okay, yeah, these experiments only take like 10 minutes. Then the solve one's usually the fun one, because you get to do whatever you want. You know what, I got some... Okay, that's disintegrating Lego. Wow, this is really just bare bones. Really bare bones. Now, Lego, you make 1x3 slopes. You should have put one in there. Or those ridge tiles would have been better. But we don't have those. Alright, so now, just about done with this guy here. Let's go and put these here, because we don't have anything else. So we're just going to decorate him up. But you know, if you get this set, you could do it any way you want. Well, I don't have any more 1x2 plates, so these will suffice. Okay. And well, we got some extra parts here. I got to cover up old Bambi here. Do we have any more slopes? Or, you know what? I only got 5 of these. If I had 6, I could have just went around it. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to shove it like that. That's good enough for me, right? But yeah, we're just planning out a trip for camping and trying to think of some stuff to do here. And that's basically the solve. Is we got to make sure, and yeah, now they can go inside the winter terrain. Now they got their winter coats on. And that's not too bad. And we have a truckload of parts here remaining. And, you know, getting yourself containers like this, there's always been a discussion. You know, some people think I'm cheap because I won't spend $100 on a pre-molded plastic, oil-injected sorting tray, professional sorting tray. Well, this is a sorting tray. It had butter in it, now it's a tray. And yeah, so we got these guys ready to go for winter now. Isn't that cool? Ready to go there. Alright, I got 52 minutes on the card left, so it should be enough here to do bag 10. That's what we have here. So now we got to invent something. So she's out here doing photography of the deers frolicking into the snow. She looks depressed. Why? Because she's buried in the snow? She's trying to burrow in it? But no, look what we get to build. We get to build a tent. Now that doesn't look too bad, does it? So she could take a picture of the deers. Well, we can do that right now. Open bag 10 up, and while I'm pouring all this out, I want to thank everyone on my main channel and Patreon for being contributors. That's always a big help. Really big. Why? Because one day I'll be able to retire and do tutorials daily instead of monthly. Oh, there's no small bags in here too. And in addition, I want to thank everyone for taking the time to check out my Rebrickable profile and downloading building guides. It's always a big help. And last but not least, if you stuck around this long and you like the way I do my content or don't like it, you know, feel free to subscribe. You can always try it out. You don't have to pay for anything, you know, all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, you could do whatever you want. It's free. Alright, so they want us to build a tent right here. Something like this. Alright, so, you know, we got a couple of these slopes here. Let's do some inventory. Okay. So, we got some of these. Now, these are a gold mine. I don't have a lot of them in white, but it looks like we're just building a very small tent. So, we got an arch here. We got a couple of arches. We got some hinges. We probably might be able to cobble it up. We also got some stuff to make a log cabin. Got some palisade bricks. A couple of these here. So they give you a little bit. They got some leaves and stuff like that. So maybe we can decorate it up. So what do we do? Where do you want to start with this here? They show this thing here about 7 studs. 7 by 8 studs. I think 8 by 8 might be fine. And then what we'll do is we'll put the door maybe here. You know, makes more sense. They have the window right here. So I think just a little classic log cabin would be cool, but are we going to have enough parts for it? That's a good question. We have some of these. Okay, so we'll start there. And yeah, they only give us 6 of them. But you know what we can do is take those out real quick. Start the first row here with this. And after that, we can bring the dark browns. It kind of represents kind of snow up against the logs. Permafrost? I don't know. Or, you know what you could do is just rotate it like that. They had a 7 by 8. They kind of give you a hint. If I do that, that gives me a door here. And that gives me just enough here to fill this in. Alright. Now, like I mentioned in a few of these other ones, when I do mock building, this is essentially how I build mocks. Is I just kind of go crazy, I go ham on things and just start right here. Now, what if we don't have enough pieces? You know, let's see what else we have. We got a couple of these here. If you want this to look good, you can just shove these here like this. Okay, and then maybe they don't have any direct hand. So you're just going to have to get creative here and do that. All right, and then we're going to have a window here. So let's start framing up for the window. They don't give you a whole lot, so just be careful how you use your parts. This is not going to be Jastifer quality. This is going to be like bare bones. We barely get it put together. We got a bunch of these here. Because see, I could take these and stick them on the sides here and just kind of cover it up a little bit. So that's kind of what I'm shooting for. They sure give us a lot of 30-degree slopes. And a lot of these leaf pieces too. So maybe we can maybe decorate this thing up a bit. That means I could put these here like this. Trying not to fall asleep here doing this thing. It's that non-exciting. I'm just kind of losing interest in this one here right now. And we have, well, you know what? Let's take these. No, it's not going to last too long, is it? And then we're going to put these palisade bricks here. We haven't even got to the roof yet. I don't know how I'm going to do that. Because this is like bare bones. We have this. They only give us one? Wow, Lego. I'm guessing that's the header. They also give us a couple of these arch pieces too. But you know what I could do is take this out and put them in there. And she'll just have to crawl in on her hands and knees just to get in there. Just to look out of that. Or I could raise it up higher. You know. You know, but I'm going to be honest with you. The terrain wasn't too bad. When you get to these, you don't have a whole lot of parts. So I'm just kind of feeling like, yeah, I feel kind of bored with this already. Let's put these right here. I have the windows that fit inside of these, but they don't want it to look fancy. This is like a rustic cabin. So I'm going to make a couple of these and just shove these here. There's our door. And in the back here, what do we do with it? We don't have enough part. Well, no, I do. I'm lying to you. What am I saying? It's early in the morning. Okay. Didn't give us any tiles to decorate it. So what I'm proposing to do here is just leave a spot open so we can drop our minifigure inside. Like that. Okay. And then just plop in parts. Like literally just plop them in. And I'm building like I'm 4 years old, but I mean, I still do that today. All right. And now, as far as for a roof is concerned, that would be fine. But they don't give us any tiles to really do that. We got these hinge pieces, so maybe you can make a hinged roof. Just have access into the inside of it. Okay. Hey, at least this is the last educational set I have to put together. So that's good news. They give us one tile. They gave us two, I wouldn't mind, but just the one? Really? Lego, are we really, Oh, wait a minute. You know why? Because it's got a notepad on there. Yeah. We got some scribbles. That's a nice piece to have. That's a really cool piece. So, we have just two of these. We have these. You know what? Let's just do it like this here. Well, they didn't give us a whole lot. Wow, let's put these here. I'm going to leave a hole in the top just for access into the interior. It would be a lot better than just sitting around and not doing anything about it. Of course, you could stick these on top if you want to, but they don't give you a whole lot to do here. Okay. And then what we're going to do after that, we're going to start putting foliage on there. Now, what am I going to do with these? I don't know yet. But that kind of gives me an option here. I could do is just have a roof on the top like this. I mean, it works, right? We can put our figures in there. Okay, I think what we're going to do now is we're going to kind of decorate this thing up a bit. So to kind of keep it, more camouflaged, is we're going to just start sticking leaf pieces on here. Now, usually these things don't stay on there by themselves. Well, these obviously don't fit there. But you know what I can do? Hang it in the back here. Or try to. They don't even give us any shafts to throw in there too. So what am I going to do? Just decorate this thing up. Well, let's put this one right here by the window. Sorry if you can't see what I'm doing. And yeah, you're not supposed to copy what I'm doing. You're supposed to try to come out with your own decorations and designs here. So we'll stick some leaves here. Okay. We'll pretty that up, and then we'll stick some leaves on the roof here. I'll keep this one here for the other side. Got this window here. Let's see. I also got these here too. It's like a shed with a missing door, huh? So what we'll do is we'll just kind of break the wind chill off a little bit. We'll just add some more leaves on it. Oh, well. Hey, at least with these, I don't really have to try all that hard. Well, sorry, but I gotta cover up the build, folks. I can't see what I'm doing. Do we have any more of those little leaf pieces? It only gave me 3 of them. And it's already coming apart. Bare bones. And we can just come in here and drop the leaf on the ground. Let's kind of decorate this up here a bit. We don't want the deers to know where we're at, huh? We got to hide it. We'll put a little roof above this here. Why? When we walk outside. Oh, we got hot chocolate. Is that for the deer? We don't know yet. Hey, I'm almost done. Doing the tour on this one's going to be very easy. This one doesn't have a whole lot here. I'd say the terrain was probably the only exciting part of this. The rest of it is just kind of bland. And then this one here, I'm just going to kind of shove this here. I may have to get another container here, but we've got the hot chocolate and stuff. But you know what I can do? Just leave the hot chocolate here. And the notepad. Just kind of leave them there. And we have the binoculars. I mean, I have to admit, though, these sets do come with accessories. That's always a good thing. We'll just take these and put the binoculars. Oh, you know what? Put the binoculars right on the windowsill. We should face them inside so the deer can spy on the the photographer, the scientist. There we go, like that. Of course, I could just stick the notepad and stuff in there too. But you know what I could do? Take these studs and just kind of fill this little hole here in. We don't want a draft in there. This is going to be very drafty. It's not like one of my... Ooh, that fell in. This is not like one of my houses where it's built to perfection. This is like, if you want to talk about bare bones, this is about as close as it is. I'm going to put this on top here for a little chimney or just something... Oh, well, there you go. We're going to have to ding this down to a 7. There's just not a whole lot to even fix these on here. Or is it because I'm not trying hard enough? I don't know yet. I think that's it. And this is what we have remaining here for the build, or bag 10. And yeah, and basically the scientist is supposed to fit in there. So just open up the hatch and we can drop her in there. Now, when I do the run through on this, I'm just going to run through it like everything else. So she could sit in here. It's a tight fit. Well, obviously this is... I'd like to say some more bad words through these. Everything's just falling off of this. It's just kind of ridiculous. So it's just easier just to kind of set her in here like that. And then have her sitting like that. So I think what I'm going to do is save the... Let's just save this for when we do the actual tour. Because as you can tell, I got a bunch... The Smurf keeps falling off here. And I'm kind of fed up with it. And I really just don't want to spend my whole morning on this. But the terrain building wasn't too bad. But I'd say that this is bare bone construction. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and start setting this up here so we can do the formal tour. I may bring the camera down just a bit. But I mean, you know, here's the deal. Oh yeah, by the way, I do talk a lot in these if you haven't already noticed. For the person who got mad at me for talking, I'm sorry. Probably used to those YouTubers who just say 5 words and the rest of it's just tasteless piano music. Here we do the whole enchilada here. Or the lack of. So I'm going to say that if you're interested in this set, this is a gold mine, but it just did not work for me. It comes with the tools. I'm going to say right now the score now is down to a 7 just because of flaky parts. This one here is actually somewhat playable. This would be a nice little hunting lodge. And we got this here so you can change the terrains. But we'll worry about that later. So I think what I'm going to do here when I run through this, we'll run through the minifigure first. And, of course, the camera's obviously weighs more than she does. We're going to run through the minifigure first. I'm going to do the baby, the adult, and then we'll run through this here, and I'll talk about what you're supposed to do. But other than that, though, with this thing here rotating, this is cool. Matter of fact, if you could do this 24 or 25 ticks, this would be a good little thing for Christmas. Like every time you rotate it, you kind of reveal more of a scene or something. But I think honestly, it's I mean, this is probably the only thing with the experiment. I'd say this one this part here wasn't too bad to put together, but it's really not a whole lot with it. You know, just more about just the educational value behind it, about the deer and stuff like that, and getting their winter coats. But I don't see a whole lot with it. But I'm sure somebody could expand on this. But let's go ahead and do the formal experimentation of this. For the third experiment, we have reindeer and habitat. I'll take a closer look at those in a bit. But we're going to start off with our minifigure. So she's our photographer with a very large camera. She's got nice print work for her torso, and she does also feature a double-sided head, which is very cool. That's if I can get the wig back on there and the camera and stuff like that. So she's ready to take some photos here of the deer right there. And next we have a little baby foal, calf, whatever you want to call it. Now when you originally built these, you got to solve and you have to add the extra fur on there, or the wool, or whatever you call it. So these come in pretty scrawny when you build them. You just have to add them in there. And it's really not easy to take these off. It's not like I can take them off and show you what you're supposed to do. So this is more like the solve portion is just this. So you build the deer in the first part, and then the second part you just come in and add the wool on there. So they're ready for winter. I mean, they're just your typical Lego brick built animals, built very minimal, very minimal. And then now we have the terrain here. Obviously, it's like it's summertime. And here we have our little lodge here, our little shack that our scientists can go in and take a look at the deer. Now, I like about this thing actually does rotate, but let's take a full 360 spin here. Now, I got to be very careful with this. Things will fall off. It's just like with all the other builds and experiments. They're not really built all that great. So the build quality on these is lacking. Now, in addition to this, we can change scenes. So isn't that cool? We got the snow here, and then we got the summertime. You can see how they matched up all this, which is really cool. So you can just say, okay, here it is wintertime, and here we got it summer. Okay. And I've camped in both weathers, so I know exactly what those look like there in person. But I'd say, honestly, this is a cool little idea here, so you could flip these around. That means that you can have your deer in 2 different biomes at the same time. Now, shack is the invent. You have to invent this yourself. And you know how I am. This is very... Ooh, you got to be careful. Boy, even the antlers are about to fall off on these guys. This is just barely tacked together, so I got to be very careful with it. So we're going to set our scientist in here so she can take pictures of the deer. She doesn't want to spook them. So let me kind of get her in here real quick. And it's a hit or miss. There's not enough room to even put my adult hands in there to get her to stand up right. It's very hard. I could have just left one side open, but you know how I am. I like to have enclosed structures. But you kind of get the idea here. I'm just seeing if I could do it here. And I am not successfully getting her in there. Like, that's how big the hatch is. I can't get her in there. There's just not enough. There wasn't enough parts to really make this thing nice enough to where I can make the top fully removable. So, in addition to that, the leaves are falling off. This top has fallen off a few times. This is my own creation here. And with the very minimum parts, you really can't do a whole lot with this. And in addition, you also do get a cup of hot chocolate and a notepad, because the deer's taking notes on the human, right? Is that how it is? But for the most part, though, it's a nice little informational piece, but not a whole lot of play value. And this is essentially the experiment right here. Now, I see in this being adapted to other things. So this is really kind of cool here. But in that, that's pretty much all you do. There's really not a whole lot with it. So I would say that this experiment here wasn't too exciting. I just wasn't happy with it. It was just more or less just let's build some deer and a habitat and throw them in there and have a photographer, take photography of them. Other than that, that's pretty much what it is. That's the experiment. Maybe I'm missing something. I don't know. But this one here, the terrain, building the terrain wasn't all too bad. But it's just like with the other experiments. You can lose your retention on these real quick. So even I was just starting to get kind of exhausted putting this one together. But tell me what you think.